welcome to the Art Lady channel. Today we're going to be making our own stamps, and we're going to be using these for tempera paint. That's what I made them for in my classroom, but you can use them for any type of paint that you would like. What I did was I found some recycled foam. This came in packing materials, and so I save this whenever I get this kind of stuff. If you don't have this very flexible, this is 1/4 inch wide flexible packing foam. If you don't have that, you can always use styrofoam trays or cardboard. And what you do is you cut out your desired shape. I cut my shapes out of using an AccuCut machine. That machine will cut basically anything soft, even felt that machine cuts. And then I also saved the pieces around the snowflake that the machine made too, and I made stamps from the pieces here. But once you have your item cut out, whether you use the AccuCut machine or another type of a machine, or just hand cut your designs, then what I did was I hot glued the design to a plastic lid. Again, this didn't cost me any money. I tried using this was Spools that ribbon came from, but the kids were a little bit rough. You can see how this was kind of bent in here. The spools weren't sturdy enough for the children. So what I did find today, after 100 kids used these, literally it was 100 kids too, used these, that this one held up really well. This did not break at all. Like I said, the spool, this was a little bit too delicate for the children. And these are elementary kids that this was tested with. So what I did was I took the lid, of course not on this side, I used the flat side, and then I used a low temperature hot glue gun. If I use high temp, what's going to happen is it will melt the plastic or the styrofoam. Now if you're using cardboard, then yeah, you can use your high temp. Put a little bit of the glue on and then press it down. And then what I did was I attached on this side, I just attached for a handle. I find that the handle just makes it a little bit less messy. Now, it's still a tad messy with the kids, but this is a little bit less messy because then they have the handle to actually pick up. If they're doing this, then they're grabbing into some of the mess. So I have them turn it over, and then what we do is we just simply paint. I'll do it on this one that's already dirty. We just simply paint with the tempera paint, a dab of paint on the brush, and spread it very thin. That's what I teach the children. If they have thick globs of paint, then of course you know it's going to fill in the cracks and it's not going to print well. So I have them just paint it on this way. And then they simply press in the center lightly, and then we press here as well. Rub or press all edges. And then you pull it up, and voila, you have your lovely design printed. So that's a simple, easy way of printing. This is how I paint with my kids. We paint with styrofoam trays, just like this. Now, if I wanted to do a big ordeal and do a printing lesson, then we would have a tray that we ink and we paint on the tray and dip in. But this is just a quick thing to go with our snowmen that we're painting. So that's how I do it, with just hand painting this, just like this. But it makes it so that it's easy and fast for printing, but yet no mess. Now for cleanup, what I do at the end of the day, because I'm all about no mess cleanup, no prep for me, and no prep after. I don't want to have to clean up after the kids. So what I do is the last class of the day prints several of these without inking onto scraps of towels or scraps of paper, and that's how we clean the printing presses. I do not wash this printing press. It's just printed several times, and now that's good for tomorrow. I've removed at least the big excessive bulk. I also take any leftover little pieces. I found little pieces when I was cutting out these shapes. I had some of the negative shapes in here, and I just used those as well for our printing design. And this will become another snowflake design to go with our snowman unit. But this is how I found that this works. And here's another design here for snowflakes. And that's how we would print, pressing and then rubbing in here. And I kind of like the idea of the see-through lids too, because then the kids can rub exactly where they see the actual stamp. So that kind of helps with the kid as well. And if you enjoy the videos and enjoy my tips, please leave a comment and let me know how your stamps came out.